Of strategic and political significance, the conquest of space generated intense competition between the US and the Soviet Union during the Cold War. In 1957, the Soviets were first to place a satellite, Sputnik, into orbit. A few weeks later, a dog became the first living creature in space. Laika did not survive the journey. In 1961, Soviet astronaut Yuri Gagarin became the first human to orbit the Earth. In 1963, his compatriot Valentina Tereshkova became the first woman in space. In 1969, the Apollo 11 mission made it possible for Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to walk on the moon. In the 1970s, competition gave way to US-Soviet cooperation, culminating in 1972, when the Apollo and Soyuz capsules docked in orbit. In those days, man was also dreaming of Mars. In 1976, US probes Viking 1 and 2 landed on the Red Planet. The following year, space probes Voyager 1 and 2 lifted off on their mission to explore the solar system. In 1981, the era of reusable spacecraft began. This period was marked by disasters for Challenger in 1986 and Columbia in 2003. The Hubble telescope was launched in 1990. In 1998, the construction of the International Space Station began 400 kilometers above the Earth, making long stays in space possible. In 2001, space was no longer the preserve of defense and science. The first tourist in space, American Dennis Tito, relaxed in the ISS. Since the start of this century, new private companies have shaken up the space industry. SpaceX and Blue Origin are developing reusable spacecraft to return to the Moon and, one day, Mars.